remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, her sweet, soft memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. Yes, I remember Tampa, she remembers me.
Hello and welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Stay tuned now for the most entertaining webcast from the studios at Tampa Digital in Ybor City, Florida. Join your hosts Mario Nunez, Steve Canella, and the 15-Minute Girl as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez and Steve Canella.
She remembers me.
Welcome back, everybody, to this, the Tampa Native Show, the only show in the known universe where you can tune in each week and hear conversations about Tampa's glorious past. My name is Mario Nunez. I'm seated alongside my broadcast partner,
Steve Canella.
And if you haven't noticed already, look who's at the big boy table, the 15-Minute Girl.
Hey. 15-Minute Girl.
Say hello, darling.
Hello, darling. Hello, everyone.
Oh, this is going to be great. We've got one heck of a show for you lined up tonight. Tonight is our Christmas special, and we've talked about it in the past. You know, we didn't have a chance to do a Christmas show last year, and we missed it, Stevie. We missed it. So this year we're coming at you with a whole new sense of purpose and a jam-packed 59 minutes worth of webcast. Easy for me to say.
Fun.
And fun and memory. Stevie, give us a little sampling of what's going on here tonight.
Well,
You've got your notes there.
Mario, there's so many aspects of Christmas. We're going to have a lot of callers tonight, I'm sure, a lot of stories to share. But we have Christmas gifts to talk about, Christmas movies, Christmas songs, Christmas food, you know, presents. What'd you do Christmas morning?
Yeah.
Also, we have to talk about our question of the day as well.
The question of the day. Give it to him now,
Let's get it out there right now.
Get it out there right now.
Okay, what was your favorite? Christmas tree, a real tree, or artificial? So call in. Tell us your your favorite memory also, but also tell us your favorite question of the day. Tree, artificial, or real? And don't forget that number. It's 813-526-0816. And this is going to be a fantastic show.
It's going to be fun.
So the question of the day, if we hear you correctly, is Christmas tree real or no real? That's what we're looking for.
Right.
And by no real, we mean that artificial tree that we had back in the early 60s that was aluminum, that had that aluminum, that color wheel.
Right.
Remember that color wheel? That color
we have
wheel
a picture
was,
of that.
That was psychedelic.
We'll show that to you here in just a little bit. So look at all these things. Were you a Noche Buena family? Did you celebrate the 24th and open your presents? Did you do it on the 20th? Well, of course, everybody did the 25th, the morning when Santa Claus showed up at your house. Did you travel? Did you stay home? Did you go to your grandmother's house? Did you go out of state? All these wonderful things that we're going to be talking about tonight, and we want you to share your stories with us. Because
we have stories too.
We have some funny stories.
Yeah, we've got some. We've got some great stories that we've been talking about it all week in pre-production. Before we get too far into our show, and because it's our last live show of the season, our next show will be sort of a best of, if you will, a composite of this very first season with Tampa Digital and all of our best, most funniest, and memorable moments. So be sure to tune in for that next week, and it'll be kind of fun for us because we'll get to watch that at home with you guys too.
Yes, we will.
There'll be no calling in next week, as it were, but maybe we can try to call in anyway. Well, we'd like to take a moment before we go to our phone callers, because we already know our phone callers are hot and heavy this evening, and thank our sponsors. Our sponsors who have been with us since the very, very beginning of this show, and they're steadfast, and we couldn't do this without them. We love them, and we want to mention their names.
They're wonderful.
Currently. Signage, who has provided us with the wonderful backdrops that you see here on set. Larman Furniture, of course, you've seen their ads on our show. They provided us with this wonderful table and chairs. First Unit Production Services, we couldn't do it without them, certainly. And of course, Yesterday's Vintage Clothing and Antiques, and they provided us with Yorgi and Yortuk's
crazy.
That was
the Wild and
Crazy guys.
Yeah, our Halloween show. They provided us with our costumes. Of course, we wouldn't be prudent if we didn't have good legal counsel, and two sponsors that have always been there for us, DeRigo and Diaz, Ronnie DeRigo, and Burden Gonzalez, Anthony Gonzalez. A responsible co-host wouldn't dare go on the road without a good bail bondsman, and of course, there's none better than Frankie Cueto.
221 bail.
Yep, when you're in jail, thank you, Frankie Cueto, for your love and for your money. Of course.
and support.
When you need a good tax man and you need a good accountant, you needn't look any further than Mr. P.J. Testa, Phil
Love you,
Testa,
PJ.
Phil Testa Accounting.
That's where I go.
And of course, when you need to get stretched out and you need to get adjusted, South Tampa Chiropractic Clinic, Dr. Tom Aguero and his staff.
Number one.
They keep us healthy and happy and smiling. All right. When you get hungry, where do you go, Stevie? Well,
Several places.
we suggest you might just start at La
Lots of
Segunda
choices.
Central Bakery
Right,
on the
right.
corner of 15th Street and 15th Avenue for arguably the best Cuban bread in the universe, and their pastelitos de guayaba are not too bad either.
yeah.
That's Copeland More and the More
outrageous.
family. Thank you so much, Copeland. Of course, Amaryllis Sandwiches and More, Juan and Amy Santayana, that's in the heart of West Tampa right there on Tampa Bay, just one block
We
east.
love you guys.
One block east of Himes. Boy, have we had some great meals there.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the Colonnade Restaurant and the Whiteside family, Stacy Whiteside, she's been on the show with us. Thank you so much. And
sponsors.
and the cornerstone and our first sponsor of our very first show, the Columbia Restaurant, the Spanish gem of restaurants right here on 7th Avenue in Ybor
Exactly.
City. Mr. Gunsmart, Richard Gunsmart, and his wonderful family.
True landmark.
So thank you all very much, our sponsors. We're going to have more opportunities to join that sponsor family in the upcoming season. As we roll into the new year, January 4th, I believe, will be our first live broadcast of the new season. Santa has promised us a special announcement tonight, and he's left something in this stocking
Little
here
secret.
that we're going to unveil a little bit later on. So hard by your phones and certainly by your laptops, we're going to unveil something real special for our fans and viewers a little bit later on.
We've got a lot of surprises tonight.
We've
don't we?
got surprises. And oh, by the way, just in case you're wondering, if you haven't gotten your Bolita numbers in, darling, how are the Bolita numbers going so far?
We have lots of Bolito numbers, as a matter of fact, about 30 so far. So
Wow.
you guys are doing really good tonight. We've got
Okay.
some really good prizes.
Well, we're gonna try to do Ellen DeGeneres one better. We're gonna do our own
A little
version.
lower scale.
Yeah, we're gonna do our own version of the 12 Days of Christmas, and we're gonna give away 12 items tonight. So that's 12 Bolita drawings.
That's a lot.
So
That's a lot.
if you're one of 36 people playing, you've got a 1 in 3 chance of winning. Tonight's the night to get your Bolita drawing numbers in. Before we go to our first break, we do have a caller. We don't want him to wait too much longer on the phone. Stevie, ask for that caller.
Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good evening. This is Hugh from South Tampa.
Hi,
Hello.
Hugh from South Tampa.
Merry
Good evening.
Christmas.
Good to hear from you.
Merry Christmas to you all, and I'm
you.
going to miss you.
Oh, we're going to
We'll
miss
miss
you
you
too.
too.
We won't be gone too long. It won't be certainly like that pregnant vacation that we took last time when we were gone for the better part of 4 months. Because man, we missed you guys too. But we'll only be gone for a couple of weeks. Next week's show will be a highlight, and you might want to watch that show in particular. And I think
Absolutely.
you know
okay.
why.
Okay.
Something having to do with the
Exactly.
Twilight Zone. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. I would say a real tree.
Real tree.
Real tree. And we always had it fully decorated, all the ornaments and everything, with an angel at the top.
Yep.
And we would open presents Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Because we couldn't wait. We used to open them for Christmas Eve, and although I believed in Santa Claus, I still do, but we never lost sight of what true holiday was, which was the birth of Jesus Christ. We
There
never
you
lost
go.
sight of that.
Right.
You know?
We celebrated, Hugh, we celebrated as well Christmas Eve, and some of my friends in the neighborhood waited until midnight to open up their presents on Christmas Eve. I could never wait that long. We could never wait that long. So we usually did it after dinner because, you know, when you were smaller, you had to be in bed by midnight. Or else old St. Nick would just do a flyby, and that was unacceptable. But here, now let me ask you this, Hugh, because, you know, this is something that's always puzzled me. And we didn't get a chance to talk about this last year on the show because we didn't have a Christmas show. Look, we grew up in Florida. And in my home, we didn't have a chimney. I mean, we had that fake chimney thing on top. But I always wondered, okay, how does he get in the house? We don't have a fireplace. You know, I figured, you know, somebody had to let him in the back door. Didn't you ever wonder that?
We had an old oil-burning heater, you know,
Right.
and with a pipe, and you couldn't fit in that pipe.
There's
Yes,
no way.
yeah.
Not the St. Nick that we were aware of anyway.
Yeah. Maybe he came in through the jealousy-doored Florida room.
That's possible.
we
The
leave
screen
that
door.
He snuck in the
Yeah.
back way.
And we leave
They
cookies out for
might
him.
have.
We left cookies out for him, cookies and milk. And,
I just-
and every year
Yes.
he'd eat half a cookie. I don't know why.
I just always thought that was the
Maybe
most
he
curious
didn't
thing.
like your cookies.
And if somebody else out there had that same kind of thought process as a kid, like, hey man, we don't have a chimney. How does he get in my house? The other thing that was curious to me too, Hugh, I'll throw it out there early in the show, Stevie, if this was something that you thought about. When we grew up again in Florida, it didn't get real cold, and we didn't have necessarily a white Christmas. Although Bing Crosby told us it was very cool to be dreaming about a white Christmas.
Well, the beach was white.
But what about Christmas in the Southern Hemisphere? When you're little, you don't think about Christmas anywhere else but in your neighborhood. If you had a relative up north, well, then you think about them a little bit. But how about Christmas in the Southern Hemisphere? If Santa showed up in a suit like this in Australia or in Argentina, he'd have a heat stroke, for crying out loud. It's the middle of summer there. So everything perspective, I guess you'd say.
You'd see all these movies and such, with the snow and everything. Well, we never thought anything about it. It was just it was just part of growing up. But and just one of those things.
It's a Wonderful Life. Really, it was a great, captivating story. But the whole snow thing, it didn't make any sense to us.
Yeah, that's a Wonderful Life. It was a wonderful movie. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
With Jimmy
That sounded
Stewart.
pretty good there, Hugh.
Yeah. with Jimmy Stewart. Yeah.
Hugh, I saw that for the first time last year. It's embarrassing to say, but I watched it for the first time. It was a great movie.
We
It's great.
didn't think that Steve was going to admit to that this year.
I did.
But
It is a classic. Yeah, Donna Reed and
Donna Reed.
Yeah.
It was a classic.
what's the matter, Ernie? Don't you recognize me? What a great movie! I can't wait to see it again this year.
Yeah.
Well, Hugh, thank you so much for leading the parade tonight
you,
and
Hugh.
giving us that first call. You beat Joe Abini again. My goodness.
You're getting
Merry
good,
Christmas
Hugh.
to all, and I look forward to the second season.
Thank you
We
so
do
much,
too.
Hugh.
Have a wonderful Christmas.
And stay tuned for a real
you.
special presentation at the end of the show when we get into our last 15 minutes, because it's going to be something really, really special. I'll leave you with this thought. There's going to be some caroling. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be a little
All
caroling.
right.
Thank you, Hugh.
Bye, Hugh.
Bless you. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Wow, off to a great start.
How about that?
Hugh Perrette right out of the box.
And
Joe
his
Abini,
question-
he beat you again, Joe.
He did. And his question of the day was real tree, right?
Real tree.
Right.
Real tree. He
You know,
went-
one year we had an artificial tree. It was a silver tree with the little branches, and it totally ruined Christmas for my sisters and I.
Oh, no.
And it was so bad. I'm sure my father was trying to save money and be economical.
Yeah.
And it made sense logically.
Yeah.
We had the little color wheel we talked about earlier.
Right.
But we were so miserable because we liked the smell of the new tree.
Yeah.
The pine needles, and it was but it totally ruined Christmas. They put it up in the attic, stayed there for the next 20 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We had ours out all the time. I really liked the silver trees. Ours was fun. We had a big color wheel, and I thought they were really cool.
Very cool. Hey, we got another caller on the air.
How
Take
about
this
that?
one again, Stevie.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Tony Gonzalez, Andrews Air Force Base.
Hello,
Tony, you're still up at
Tony.
Andrews
Still on
Air
the
Force
base,
Base. I
okay.
thought you were supposed
coming
to.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah. I guess you didn't hear any part of that. Tony, you were supposed to be home already. What happened?
No, I'm still up here. I'm going to come home about the beginning of the year probably.
Okay.
Okay.
No, for me it was in my day it was real trees only.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Forget that artificial
Same here.
stuff.
Same here.
You go
And
with
my
the old
big
man
thing-
down there to get the tree. Go ahead.
Yeah. My big thing was Moss Brothers had Santa Claus.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
Okay.
And he came in on a
I'm
helicopter.
I'm having a bad connection with you, so
Oh, sorry.
yeah. So I'll have to hang up, and I'll talk to you guys when I get back in town.
Do that.
We got a date.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you, Tony. Merry
Tony.
Christmas, and hurry home.
I am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
Tony.
Tony. What a wonderful guy.
He'll
Yep.
be home for Christmas. Oh, Tony, he's still up in Andrews Air Force Base.
I know.
Didn't he tell us last week that he was coming home
He
soon?
did
I thought he
say
did
he
say
was
that.
coming home in a couple of weeks, I thought. But maybe, I guess,
Yeah,
a
he got
couple of
delayed.
weeks.
He got
We
delayed.
were
Well,
thinking wrong.
stay warm, Tony, because we know it's going to be cold up there in the next couple of 3 days or 4 days. We know that there's a northeaster sweeping across the nation, so stay warm up there.
Well, Mario, how did your Christmas go? I mean, tell me about that. Would you open presents at night? Did
No,
you
we opened.
during the
Here's what
day?
happened. Here's what happened.
How'd it go?
Let me tell you what happened. We had the traditional Cuba Rican Christmas dinner, which is to say we had, representing my grandmother's side of the family, on my mother's side, we had the arroz con gandules and all the trimmings. And then on my father's side, the Cuban side, we had the arroz con frijoles negro, the black beans and rice, roast pork certainly, yuca certainly, all the trimmings. And we ate just like Thanksgiving. 15 minutes, that whole charade was over with because we couldn't wait to get to the gifts.
Right, right.
And usually by about 8 o'clock, you know, we'd retire into the living room. And it was a tradition in my house. My father would play Santa Claus, and he would, you know, sit under the tree. And one by one, he'd hand out the gifts to everybody in the family. And of course, you had to open your gift.
And then they'd take a picture of it.
And the picture would ensue. There would be proof that you received the gift.
Picture.
And you had to at some point, if you weren't sure about the gift and if it wasn't necessarily the gift that you wanted, you had to feign excitement because you know
that's hard to do sometimes.
That's where I learned.
That's where your acting skills came in.
Watch this. That's where I learned that patented Mario smile because you know, great soap on a rope, Avon. But you know, I mean, it was fun, and of course, go to sleep shortly thereafter. Maybe run down to your friend's house down the street. Hey man, what'd you get? Cool. All right, man, I'll check you in the morning because we got to go to sleep now.
Right.
So Santa's coming. And I was one of those kids that, you know, I was probably still doing the Santa thing, putting the cookies out, in some cases a cigar, because, you know, we knew Santa loved to smoke cigars too.
I didn't know.
Put that out there, and I was probably
Santa
doing
didn't
that
smoke cigars.
until 11 or, my grandfather. So 11 or 12, you know, I had a treat at my grandmother's house and at my mom's house. So I was like, you know, double dipping. But it was probably until I was about in 5th or 6th grade, man. I believed, and I still do believe, in the spirit of
Santa Claus.
a little implausible to think that one dude can, you know, do all that thing in one night.
magic.
Hey, everything's possible.
Yeah, everything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Especially in TV lands. We got another caller on the line.
We do.
Go,
We do.
Stevie, go. Go, Stevie, go.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi guys, Joe Binney from Seminole.
Hey,
There's
Joe.
Joe.
All right.
There's
You're
Joe.
a little bit late tonight. But,
Yeah, Joe.
We're glad you called in.
You better start dialing in at 7:30, Joe.
Yeah, well, I'm really behind schedule on a lot of things. I talked to Sally on the Facebook on it, and it doesn't get my believe it. It's late. Lost my number. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry, Mike Beluha got it.
Uh-oh.
Mike's
Mikey
not
But
B.
Mike's a good guy too.
Mikey snuck in there and got that number 3. So what'd you do? How'd you get over it?
33.
Well, I can remember what we did. My parents did for us, for my sister and I, is that they put us to bed Christmas Eve, 8, 9 o'clock, depending on how old we were, and nothing in the house, nothing going on, no deck, nothing. We go to bed, and at midnight, they'd wake us up and bring us out, and the house was decorated, the tree was up,
Wow.
presents were out. My parents had friends that would come over and help, and they'd be partying, and
That sounds like fun.
we'd do it for. It was they did it every year. We went to bed with nothing and woke up with Christmas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that is
that's
magical.
dramatic.
Yeah.
That's that scene in The Wizard
Yeah.
of Oz when the house falls and Dorothy goes to the door and opens it and it goes from black and white to color. That's magic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
we got to see everything being put up, so there was not that particular surprise. But did you ever wonder, Joe, if Christmas was coming that year? I mean, the first time it must have been like, oh, we're not going to get no Christmas. Then it must have just freaked you out.
I kind of don't. I kind of remember as a little guy that kind of everybody else was doing Christmas at everybody else's house, all the friends' house and everything. Everything was up, but nothing at our house. But I mean, they even got up with the Super 8 camera, video camera, and the lightings, and I mean, it was like the daytime when we get up in the middle of the night.
Quite a
so.
production.
Very cool.
Yeah, quite a production. It was really. They did quite a lot for us, my parents, and my grandparents were always there, so. They
Sounds
lived
like
next
a
door for
wonderful
me all
thing.
my life, so.
And the grandparents and the parents and the adults in the
Yeah.
neighborhood were probably enjoying a little drink because the adults were doing what the adults do.
Yeah.
And, you know, the kids were just
Exactly.
interested in getting that new bike. Let's face it.
And Joe, with those Super 8 cameras, I bet everyone's eyes were blinking probably in the old videos. I'm sure, right?
Oh,
Stevie's
yeah. Well,
one.
they had these.
We had them too.
They,
Everyone was
the
squinting
light
all the
bar,
time. Yeah, the big light bar
had
across. Yeah,
the light bar had about 4 huge lights on it that would
they would blind you.
burn you. You couldn't get too close because it burn you. Yeah.
You could feel the heat from them. But yeah, all of our pictures and our old videos, we all have our eyes closed or we're squinting the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
Yeah.
I'm glad that
At the
technology's
vote for we always had a real tree, and actually my mother would spray it with little tips on white tips
Oh, we
on it.
talked about that.
The flocking.
The
The,
flocking of the snow.
the flocking of the flocking tree.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we're going to be out of town, so.
We'll
Okay.
be safe
Happy-
out there.
We'll
And same to
see you
you
when
and
we
your
get back.
family.
And
Thank
Joe,
you,
and
Joe.
safe travels to you. Before you go, Joe, happy belated birthday, although I wished you happy birthday yesterday, but for those of you that don't know, yesterday was Joe's birthday. Joe, we love you. Happy
Happy birthday again, Joe.
And we'll
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you soon. And good luck next year in the upcoming baseball season, Skip. Go get them.
Yeah. Hope to see you. I hope to see you out there when we get a chance.
We'll come
Do
out
our
there for
best.
sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Joe.
Do we have time? We have a break coming up.
No break currently.
Yeah, you talked about the tree.
If he
How
whispers in my ear and tells
about our
me.
individual Christmases? Like
okay.
Yeah.
at my house, I was not Italian or Hispanic.
No.
So
What were you?
I'm just me. We did ours on Christmas morning, and we went to bed Christmas night. And then when we got up early, and we always got up really, really early so we could see what Santa brought us. But we did it Christmas morning.
Christmas
We
morning.
would do
And
that.
did you all just bum rush the tree and just grab your presents and rip them
yes,
open?
This one's mine. No, that one's mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a little chaotic, but just fun.
It was fun.
And paper flying everywhere.
It was.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
fun.
Stevie?
Very similar to Sally's. We had, during Christmas Day, Christmas morning. Now, what was unique with my Christmas? My father worked for Tarno's. Remember
Okay.
Tarno's Meats?
Sure, of course.
Years ago. And for years, he was there for part-time for years. He got these big bags, red bags of candy, and we thought they came from Santa Claus. It didn't say Tarno's on it. It said Santa Claus. So we every year we thought Santa Claus was bringing these big bags of candy. I mean, they were really
Hard
big.
candy?
Oh, all kind of candies.
Oh, wow.
Bags of marshmallows. I mean, they were huge.
How cool.
And I have pictures of them, but I couldn't find them.
find them,
Yeah, one of my sisters has them. But that was just a great visual memory. Just seeing those big red bags.
I
had
bet.
a drawstring at the top, tie string, and
Oh, like the sack that Santa used to
that's
have
like
over his
yeah.
shoulder.
it was about that big too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was gigantic. It was still probably maybe 3 feet tall, maybe 3. Maybe
And when you're a little guy,
That's big.
That's big.
That's a
That's a
big,
big
yeah.
bag of candy.
That's a big bag.
so we
of
would
candy.
tear open the presents first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So nothing the night
Yeah.
before.
Not
Okay.
really.
Okay.
No, it was like
Christmas Eve dinner though,
We
but
had a dinner,
and then
get
go to
together.
and then
exactly.
to bed.
Exactly.
Well, that brings back the fond memories of watching it. We'll watch it again pretty soon to the Christmas Story. With Shoot Your Eye Out and
That's my
Oh, yeah.
favorite.
and Ralphie.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
hey,
my
we've got to go to a
favorite.
break. We owe the universe a break, so we're going to do that right about now. And stay right there. We want to get your phone calls in. So if you haven't gotten your chance to dial in, the lines are open now. Do us a favor and call.
And also your Belita numbers.
Yeah,
We
Belita
got a
numbers.
bunch of them tonight.
We're giving away the 12 days of Christmas, so be sure to get in on that. We'll be right back.
Hi.
We're the Tampa natives.
Welcome to our show.
I remember Tampa, the way she used to be.
Hi, my name is Steve Canella. What would you think if I told you there was a live interactive webcast all about growing up in Tampa?
Hi, they call me the 15-minute girl. What if I told you there's a show where you can hear all of those wonderful stories of our youth?
My name is Mario Nunez. And how would you feel if I told you there was a place you could go each week to feel those memories come alive? A place where you'd feel as if you'd been dipped in magic waters.
A show where you can see all those iconic images of Tampa and be transported back to her glorious youth. A veritable trip down memory lane.
Those times spent at Britton Plaza, the pizza parlor after high school football games, the Colonnade, or how about going downtown to the Tampa, the Palace, and the Florida theaters?
A show where photographs and videos of places like Lowry Park, Al Lopez Field, the Florida State Fair when it was on North Boulevard, and Tampa Highlight come alive each week.
A place where you can call in and share your memories or listen to our guests tell their stories of growing up in Tampa.
The memories would be so thick you'd have to brush them away from your face. Well, this place does exist, but not just in your imagination, in the palm of your hand, or on a laptop, or a desktop, or your very own personal viewing device.
You mean like this?
No, like this.
And like this. And it's called the Tampa Native Show. Now, doesn't that sound cool?
We'd like to welcome those thousands of happy viewers and fans to our brand new online home at TampaNativeShow.com. Remember, TampaNativeShow.com. Why? Because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. So until we see you then, salute and happy days.
That's a wrap.
Yes, I remember Tampa. She remembers me.
We're back.
Oh, what would Christmas be without some jingle bells? Or
Not much.
or sweaty balls, as we
Oh,
found out
leave
last
that part
night.
out.
Well, last night we watched a little bit of the Saturday Night Live Best of Christmas, and it
great.
was amazing. It was amazing, and of course one of the featured
Alec
little skits
Baldwin
was Alec Baldwin
doing what she does best.
Yeah, sweaty balls. We got some pictures that we need to get to, and we're going to get to those right about now. We're going to call for our photographs. And again, as you see the photographs, if something just sparks a memory that you want to share with us, this is your show tonight. This is all about our viewers and our fans calling in and telling us their favorite Tampa natives' Christmas memory. So if you want to bring up those photographs, Chuck, anytime you're ready, let's show those. And Stevie, as they come up, you comment as well, because I know you've got copious notes. I can see them here on the table.
Got some fun facts here.
Notes.
And I don't even know what copious means, but
That means I copied them.
it sounds like it's a lot. So yeah, make sure that you comment. Now look at that.
That's
look
a
at,
beautiful
That's a
picture.
classic
Isn't that a great
photograph.
photo?
Classic.
You know, this photo here too, there's a lot of basically who's of classic Tampa locations in here. You have Wolf Brothers, Moss Brothers, O'Fox,
Oh, Fox. I
Goff
remember
Jewelry, GOFF, JJ Newberry,
Yeah.
S&H Cress, Boyd Shoes, and Woolworth. So you have a lot of old Tampa businesses right down there.
Yes.
And that,
That was a wonderful
Great
time.
memories.
Circa 19, probably late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah,
Look at the
looking at
cars.
those cars, yeah,
And you know,
exactly.
they used to do that for many, many years. I don't know if they still do. If somebody can tell us, please let us know. When they used to string
bet they
that
do
garland across the buildings and across the street. Remember that? And on 7th
Exactly.
Avenue. They do it
Yeah.
on 7th Avenue
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
Pretty nice stuff. Well, we can keep rolling through the pictures. We've got a caller.
sure
We should
do.
probably go to that caller and then go to the next picture.
Let's do
Steve.
that. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, Mario, Steve, this is David Benito calling.
Hey, David.
What's
Good
going
to hear
on,
from
Mr.
you.
Benito?
Merry Christmas.
How you doing, guys?
Good, thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. My two Christmas memories. One was my mom collected manger saints.
Okay.
She must have had about 20 of them, and we all, when she passed a few years, 6 years ago, we all got she had 7 children. All of us had one that was bought for us.
Oh, wow,
Oh,
that's
that's
nice.
very
So I
That's
have
nice.
mine, and then till the day I die, I will never forget my mom's lechon.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You know?
I always get a little emotional this time of year because right about now we would be
Sure.
getting the lechon and trying to find salamandra that hadn't been picked dry yet.
Right.
That was that's the tricky part
Yeah.
with the
The
lechon is
sour
trying to find
oranges.
the salamandras.
Sure. And the trees get raided in the neighborhood right around this time, don't they?
Yeah, you had to find one that was close and get there early before everything got picked dry.
So do you have
And then
your
of course,
manger
I
scene
know
out,
few
David?
people must have mentioned it. The Christmas card laying on Bayshore Boulevard. I
Yes, of course.
remember that when I was very young.
Do you have your manger scene out and all your Christmas decorations in honor of your mom?
Yeah,
Good.
I do. I have mine, and I have a couple of her crosses that's and I have a picture where it belongs, right in the kitchen in my apartment. So,
Great.
yeah, Christmas was a big deal, and then like I'm sure other people said, you did the dinner, and then you went to midnight mass,
Right.
Uh-huh.
and then came home, and maybe there was a stocking there when you
Right.
came
Yeah.
home. So,
Yeah.
What a
It
great
sounds
memory.
like it was a wonderful time.
Yes.
oh yeah, she made the best lechon, and it would she would like marinate it for 3 days, and it was
Mom's
so
foods
juicy
are
and
always the
so
best.
good. No one, I've had good, Spanish pork, but no one made it like my mom.
Sure.
Well, I'm sure you keep sampling that lechon, and you'll find one that's close. And when you do, you'll eat there often in memory of your mom. I'm sure.
Well,
Now, listen-
People's is the closest. The People's on McDill is the closest I've found.
I haven't been to that one.
All right. Well, you give us their phone number because we're going to go hit them up for a sponsorship, David. Listen, and we can't let you go without asking you the question of the day: real tree or artificial tree?
We always had a real tree, and always for many years, always from Plant High.
Okay,
because all of us graduated from Plant, but then we had later on we had a friend who had a tree farm in Cashiers, and it would always be the day after Thanksgiving, Saturday after Thanksgiving. She'd always come home and open up her own little tree, tree lot for a very select, group. It got bigger and bigger, but it was always a fresh tree.
Always a fresh. So the fresh tree so far is out to an early 4-0
Yeah.
lead.
There you go.
Artificial tree fans, we're looking to hear from you. Davian, thank you so much for calling. You're one of our bigger, better fans, and we appreciate you
Davian.
being there.
Oh, no problem, guys. Merry
Merry
Christmas, everyone.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you so
David.
much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
A lot of it has to do with the tree being real.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
smell. The smell's part of
Yeah.
the memory, too.
I think so too.
And we didn't
I
have
think so, too.
artificial trees for a long time either.
Yeah,
We
no,
only
they-
had real trees.
You're
so.
exactly right. You're
And he
exactly right.
He mentioned a good thing as well. I mean, the food. What did you used to have for
Come on, man.
We had for years, we had turkey. And then one day, I actually changed the tradition around myself, single-handedly.
Come on now.
We had turkey every year.
You don't expect us to
for
believe that.
Thanksgiving, and then turkey every year for Christmas. And one day, I said to my mother, I said,
Let's do ham.
why are we having, no, why are we having turkey Thanksgiving, and then
A month later.
we're having turkey again?
Yeah.
She said, well, what would you like? What would you suggest? I said, how about lasagna? And that took root, and from every Christmas after that, we had lasagna.
Wow.
You know, we
How
had
about that? We
lasagna
have
one
had
time
it
at our
too.
house,
Yeah,
remember?
we did.
Yeah,
did.
just
We
to
did.
mix it up a little bit. It
Yep.
was delicious.
That's been our tradition for years.
Wow,
Yeah,
Steve,
how
you
about
went
that?
Italian 100%.
I had
We
to
have
take
ham
control,
on
you know?
Christmas. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you grew up here in Tampa, suffice it to say that you probably experienced lechon if you were like Ybor City, West Tampa, or on the periphery. I'm guessing the honey baked ham business thrives about this time of year because,
My mom made her own ham.
and a lot of
But
people
that's
did.
lechon, right? That's ham.
Well, sort of.
It's
still
it's
from
a
the
little different.
Yeah,
but
it's from the pig.
It's still from the pig.
But you know, we definitely, and you know, I've experienced that as well. And I got to tell you, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, if you can't get to a good roast pork, go on and get you a ham, man. Go on and get you a ham and be all right.
We all love what we grew up
We'll
with.
get through it. Look at this photograph right here.
that.
And there, look, there's that downtown lighting that we talked about.
Yep.
Those.
I think it's still there.
Yeah, and this Tampa Theater and the Florida Theater. Mm-hmm.
I want to go back. I want to go back to that time.
I remember
I do
taking
too.
buses downtown. That was so
I remember
much fun.
Tampa.
How about
she
this?
remembers me.
Wholesome Bakery.
Wholesome Bakery.
I remember the smell.
Do you remember every year Santa Claus would hand out little mini
Yeah,
little,
little
loaves
mini
of bread?
loaves.
Absolutely.
And apparently he was there then because if you could look on the roof there, you see a bunch of
Oh,
reindeer.
you know the reindeer? Guess who did the reindeer?
Who?
Johnny Sinchet's grandfather not only did the neon sign,
Really?
Wholesome Bakery, but he also did the Christmas display.
Decoration.
No,
Yep.
How
no
awesome.
way.
Yep, he sure did.
Man, Johnny
about
had a
that?
great upbringing. You know what I mean? Johnny didn't miss many parties
Fun
coming
stuff.
up.
Yeah.
He had a lot of fun stuff going on in his life.
You know it.
With his dad and his granddad. Oh, wait a minute. Now let me talk a little
Who's
bit.
that little chubby
little
kid?
kid.
Let me talk a little
With
bit
his
about.
suspenders. That's the early Denis
Oh,
Phillips.
that's Dennis Phillips right there. Listen, let me talk a little bit about this guy because I know him pretty good. All right, that's circa 1959 Christmas. That's in my house. And the great part about that picture is, man, for anybody that grew up here at that time, I bet you there were a lot of homes that had the terrazzo flooring,
Sure.
that had the Venetian blinds, that had the jalousie windows.
And those floors are hard.
You had the nativity scene laid out every year. That,
Yep.
That you dutifully took it out and laid it out and put the little baby Jesus in the manger, and you had all the accoutrement. That was pretty cool. If you look on the floor on the right there, you can see half a pair of bongos, and just by my head on the right there, by my left ear, you can see what looks like a stand, and there's a box on it. Well, that's a TV. That was a black and white TV that we had in the house, and that was the one that used to take a minute to warm up, and it was just amazing and simple, but very, very cool. That was
before we had all the extravaganzas
Stuff.
of yard displays.
stuff. And I'm not sure if that was a real or
it's over the top.
I'm not sure if that was a real or an artificial tree. Maybe if one of my parents are out there watching, they can call in and let us know. Now look at this picture.
Look
here.
at that little girl.
Who is
that.
that?
That's me and my brother.
Oh, what a
Oh,
cute,
where was that?
what a cute
Atlanta,
photo.
Georgia.
How about that?
Oh, that's lovely. And
I remember that dress.
And if you've seen this photograph somewhere else before and you're just not quite sure where, let me tell you where you might have seen it. It was highlighted just night before last on the ABC Action News 6 p.m.
Courtesy of my darling husband.
broadcast. I
Oh,
sent
that's
that in. They've been asking for photograph submissions since the holiday began, and
Yeah.
I sent it in, and lo and behold, they showed it on the air.
I
last
think
night.
it's because of the Santa. Because look at that Santa. That's an old
Look at the
timey.
beard.
Look at his beard.
Yeah.
He just looks so real.
seen a
1950s.
beard
I don't think I've
That's
ever
an
seen a beard that big before.
1950s classic, and they usually show a current picture. They try to get one kind of old timey, kind of classic, black
Yeah.
and white, and that was on the air. So look at this picture, Stevie. Tell us a little bit
It
about
looks
this.
like the snow day.
That was a snow day, 1958 actually.
58.
Well, it was billed as the Winter Wonderland of Ice, and it was planned to cover 5 blocks on Franklin Street.
Yeah.
And of course, it was man-made snow blown in by
I
trucks.
remember that.
But what happened was it turned out to be it went down a slippery slope.
A little,
Yeah.
a little bit of boondoggle, huh?
Yeah, they had good intentions to start with, but it kind of went downhill, literally.
Yeah.
Little blurb here is Tampa police and promoters, they had to curtail all the activities because due to 2 girls that were injured, one seriously, when the toboggan they rode down the 5-story slope flipped over.
Oh,
but
man.
but that wasn't it. 2 other people were injured by icy snowballs. You know, they were throwing snowballs at each other, but they hardened.
Oh, man.
So you got hit with a rock.
That's not good.
And then one person was cut by an ice skate of a swirling member of a professional skating troupe.
Okay, that's not good.
So there was like 5 different injuries. So they kind of stopped everything, and I don't think they did it again after that.
Yeah, I would think not.
Hey, Mike Kinderdine is saying bring back Christmas Card Lane on Bayshore.
On Bayshore,
I wish we had
And
a
I
picture of that.
agree. I think that would be a great idea. That was a fun place. We used to go as kids and see all these great big giant Christmas cards all along Bayshore. It was
And who was that
beautiful.
that said that, darling?
Mark Kinderdine.
Mark Kinderdine.
So thanks for that.
One of our recent Bolita winners and a great fan of the show. Mark, thanks for that suggestion.
And Mark, the shirt is on the way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and listen, we need to make that somewhere. Listen, I'm gonna spill the beans a little bit. I'm thinking
Somewhere.
like this over the rainbow. I'm thinking somewhere there has to be. I just know it. We talked about it at Lowry Park. Those Fairyland figurines, somewhere in a warehouse, somewhere in Tampa, Humpty Dumpty lies awaiting to be reborn, and Snow White, and the 3 pigs, and the Big Bad Wolf. Somewhere in Tampa, in a warehouse, has to be those Bayshore Christmas cards. They couldn't have destroyed those. They couldn't have just burned
You
them
would
or
think they
thrown them
would
away.
still have them, yeah.
Where can we find them, and how can we get them displayed again?
I wonder what they were made out of.
And if they're no longer available, Stevie, 15-minute girl, maybe, just maybe, we can start that tradition anew.
Yeah, I think we should.
Amongst our fans, there's got to be an artist, there's got to be a printer, there's got to be somebody who can turn us on to that. Let's make a promise that next year at this time, we'll be sitting here doing the show, maybe with a little bit of B-roll from those.
Who do you think would have
Bayshore
been in
cards.
charge of that? Like
City of Tampa, probably.
The Chamber of Commerce,
Yeah,
maybe.
City of Tampa. City of Tampa.
And I think they're applied.
Parks and Recreation, or city, or
They
like
were
you said, Chamber
great.
of Commerce.
And Bayshore is the best place to display stuff
Sure.
like that. It was
So
just
beautiful
so
anyway.
beautiful.
Longest sidewalk in the world,
Yep.
and everybody knows Bayshore. It's an icon. Tampa, you come to Tampa, you come to visit. So,
Yep.
great idea, Mark. Okay, done.
know-
We'll do that for next year for sure.
And people that think of Christmas Card Lane, they think of Braddock Street also.
Oh, of course.
Yes,
We
yeah.
got photos of Braddock Street.
Oh, we
don't
do. We have 5.
Good. We hope we
Very
get to those
rare.
pretty quick. Yeah,
that'll be-
Braddock Street was another thing
That was huge.
Amazing.
We all did that.
and a
For
rite of,
back when we grew up, it was pretty amazing.
That was a big part of
Yeah.
our Christmas memory.
a
It
rite of
really
passage.
was.
Wouldn't you say? It wasn't
Yeah.
the holidays unless you got a chance to get a candy cane from Santa
Exactly.
Claus on Braddock Street.
It was a tradition.
And it was the place where everybody put their lights out. We had lights. I mean,
Yeah, but they went
had
extra
lights.
special on
You
Braddock
know, we had lights. They had lights and trains and flashing things.
You know, Christmas lights remind me of some of my old friends.
Yeah, which ones?
Yeah, well, they like to hang around a lot. Half of them didn't work, and they weren't too bright.
All
But
right,
I'm bummed.
Stevie.
Good
Yeah.
one, Steve. Good one.
Thank you, thank you.
all right, Stevie. That was wonderful.
resist. I couldn't
Yeah, well,
resist.
no,
That was
listen.
funny.
I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, I threw him a softball. I wasn't even ready for that. Great job,
You
Stevie.
did have a funny look on your face when I said
I
that.
did. I wasn't sure where you were going with that. But if there's any callers out there, there's a line open now, so be sure and give us a call. Stevie, give them that
Call
number
on
again.
in.
That number is 813-526-0816, and that's 813-526-0816. We love to hear your Christmas stories.
Yeah.
Because
And
we got lots
we
more.
have
to
a
go.
lot more to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Should we tell some of our Christmas stories?
And we
now?
go, yes,
sure
good
should.
time,
How
good
about
time.
that?
Go, darling. go.
Funny,
One of
embarrassing.
my favorite Christmas stories was when my son Nick was about 4, I think. We went to a midnight service at our church in Grand Prairie, Texas. And before the service started, they handed everyone candles, lit candles, and in the little holders that they put them in so that it would be a candlelight service. And as soon as they handed one to Nick, he got this really funny look on his face, and he leaned over and he said, "Mom, do you realize I'm handling fire for the first time ever?" And it just broke me up. And we started laughing in church, but it was adorable.
It was an adorable moment.
He was adorable. He's still adorable.
Mom, I'm handling fire for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting right next to Nick.
I
and
know.
The look on his face was one of amazement.
I think he was surprised they were handing out
fire.
fire.
Candles.
Yeah.
And they handed him one.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
boot.
no, I have fire.
At 4 years old. We've got one more break that we've got to get to. We're going to take it down, and we're going to come back and get ready to do some fun stuff, give some stuff away, and maybe even sing a little bit Christmas carols.
on.
So don't go away. We'll be right back. Stay right there. Hi, everybody. Mario Nunez here, co-host of the Tampa Native Show. We're sitting here in the showroom of Larman Furniture. established in 1931. This year about to celebrate its 80th anniversary. And I'd like to introduce to you at this time Jimmy Calamares. Jimmy is the owner of Larman Furniture and member of the family for a long time, and we'd like to say thank you, Jimmy. And how are you today?
Thank you. Fine. Doing wonderful.
Doing good?
Yeah.
Why don't you take a minute and maybe tell some of the folks that haven't heard the story a little bit about Larman Furniture.
Well, Larman was started in 1931 with my wife's grandfather, and he and a partner was called Friday Larman.
Okay.
Initially, and then
Mr. Friday was the other gentleman?
Mr. Friday was the other gentleman.
Okay.
And then in, I believe it was 1955, Mr. Friday wanted to get out, and then that's when my father-in-law, Curtis Larman, got in the business and bought his share out, and they had the business until my wife's grandfather wanted to get out.
Sure.
His name
At some point, everybody tries to get out at some point.
So, and then once he got involved, Curtis Larman got involved, the business started growing, and because they had their hard times. They started during the Depression in 1931. So, and then once my father-in-law got involved, he grew it, and then my sister-in-law Cheryl had gotten involved. And then 5 years later is when I was asked to see if I wanted to join the company, and 20 years later, you know.
What a wonderful family legacy. So once again, Jimmy, let me just say on behalf of the Tampa Native Show and all of our fans, thank you so much to you and to the Larman family for stepping up and being one of our first sponsors here in this this new show with Tampa Digital. Thank you so much.
Mario, thank you. We're excited about it. Whether you're a Tampa business or doing business in Tampa, we just thought it was a natural fit. We're Tampa natives, and we're just excited to be part of this wonderful sponsorship, and we look forward to the relationship.
Thank you again. So for Jimmy Calamares, this is Mario Nunez sitting inside the lovely showroom of Larman Furniture. Been here since 1931, celebrating this year 80 years in business. Talk about Tampa natives. So on behalf, again, of the Tampa Native Show, this is Mario Nunez saying salute and happy days. We're back, and listen, we've got a caller on the line. Stevie, take this.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Fran Costantino calling in.
Fran. Merry Christmas.
Good to hear
How
from
are you guys? The show's great.
Good.
It feels good. It feels good from where we're sitting. And look who's sitting at the big table.
I see her, and she looks beautiful. I put that on Facebook.
Nice.
Hi, Mama.
Thank you, Fran. You've got a great story to share.
Tell us your great
Oh,
story.
I've got lots of stories. I could fill a whole Tampa Natives program with my dad, Frank Costantino, and the good that man did at Christmas could fill a whole show.
Good.
I don't think you hear the word orphans anymore, but when I was growing up and we were little, my dad would go get an orphan at Mary Upper Christians and get an orphan from Villa Madonna and bring them to our house, and whatever presents we got, they got. My brother had his suit made at Wilderman's. The boy had his suit made at Wilderman's. If we got shoes from foreigners, so did they. And it was amazing. And then a real cute little Santa add-on was after Mass, my parents, the nuns, didn't have a dryer. So every Sunday after Mass, my parents would take the nuns' clothes, take them home, dry them, fold them, and take them back to them. So one Christmas, Santa came, and my father had delivered from Santa a washer and dryer to the Salesian nuns at St. Joseph's School.
Oh,
Wow.
that's wonderful.
Wow.
That's an amazing story.
You were very lucky to have grown up that way.
I am
You
very
really
lucky,
were.
and I guess that's where I get my giving from, because
Absolutely.
you could find no bigger giver in this whole world than Frank
We know
Costantino.
that.
great
We
example.
know that. We know.
And
And
the
we
co-
love you, Fran.
And the community was so much better off for having a man like your dad in the community giving like he did, Fran.
Yeah.
And we want to hear more stories, but we don't have too much more time. But Fran,
No, I'm done.
no.
Merry Christmas.
We want to hear all of them. We want, if you tell us at lunch, we want to hear them at lunch. You just tell us. We just want to hear them. But listen, stay tuned, because there's something coming up in the next few minutes you're going to want to listen to.
I heard that at the beginning, and I'm patiently waiting. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Fran. Merry Christmas.
Love
Thanks
you.
for sharing that story.
Bye,
we love you,
Fran.
Franny.
All righty. Good night.
Good night.
That story could have been a movie, like It's a Wonderful
Well,
Life.
Oh, you're not
Incredible.
You know, Fran, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
That Arch Deal, Tony Zapponi. We talked about it with Mr. Marcelo Maceda, who we should mention. We got a text message earlier this evening.
Well.
He's not doing well. Everybody, thoughts and prayers for Mr. Maceda. He's in the hospital, so we don't know at this point at showtime how he's doing. But we're hoping that he's going to get better and he's going to go home tomorrow. But you know, all of these people have had wonderful lives. And you can throw Frank Costantino right in there too.
Absolutely.
She's had a charmed life, a wonderful life, being surrounded by a lot of people.
And she does so
loving
much
family.
for the community and for people just in general. She has a huge heart, and we just love her to death.
And she's one of our amazing fans, and we love her. So, darling, it's your time. I know you don't have your IFB.
Is it really?
Yeah, I know you don't have your IFB in.
Oh my gosh, it's just going so fast. We're having too much fun.
Yes, it is, and so that means it must be the 15-minute warning time.
Oh, it's the 15-minute warning time.
Oh, okay. So we've got a lot to do. I think
we're going to do some caroling, or are we going to do?
Why don't we do this? Why don't we give away our? Let's do our Belita drawing. Let's do our 12 days of Christmas.
Put my glasses on so you can see what I'm doing.
Thank you, sweetie. And then we'll go from there into our caroling. And we don't want to leave anything out because we've got a lot to do. We've thanked our sponsors. And
it's been a fun show.
It's been a great show. And now we're in the home stretch.
Maybe some Braddock Street pictures if we have time.
Yes, yes. Cue up the Braddock Street pictures, guys. We will come to the Braddock Street pictures in just a minute, Stevie. We can't do the 15-minute part of this show without getting dressed.
Oh, you're right.
Let's get dressed.
There we go.
Put your party hats on, my good man.
Go.
It's time. Oh, look. Right or left? Left is right and right is wrong. So here we go.
No comment.
Left is right and right is wrong. All right, so we've got 12 things that we're going to give away in honor of the 12 days of Steve. You got to put it on the other side.
That's the other way?
That looks too funny.
Okay, how about this?
Go
that way. Okay.
There you go.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's better. So there you go, see? So what we're going to do now is, you got the numbers, darling?
I have them ready.
All right, here we go.
It's the 12 natives of Christmas.
It's the 12 natives of Christmas.
Natives of Christmas.
All right, the first gift we're going to give away.
La.
Yep, the first gift, Stevie, he'll grab that bag there at the bottom. The first gift we're going to give away is, we're going to go in ascending order, saving the best for last, is, hold that up, Stevie, let them see what they're going to win.
Johnny?
Oh, my goodness. You know, it's this time.
Very handy.
Sometimes when you're doing live television, you have to ask for a little help. And at this time, we're going to ask for a little help. So, camera, stay right here on me. We're going to probably sing a little Christmas carol for you real quick while our producer comes in and hands us our Belita balls.
Oh, my.
Because currently, we don't have our Belita balls. So, Mr. Producer Man, if you'll come in while we sing a Christmas carol, this should be a lot of fun. And I can tell you, it's in that backpack that's right there. Okay, Stevie, grab your lyrics. Grab your lyrics. Let's do what we do.
We're ready.
Okay, hang on just a minute. Let me make sure I've got mine. Let me make sure. Okay. Me. Are you ready, Stevie?
This is a very popular song I hear.
Okay, let's go to the 3-shot. Let's go to the 3-shot because this is not just Mario's song. Here comes the 3-shot. In ready, guys?
Yes.
Ready.
In 3.
Let's go.
This is for you, Tampa.
That's
in
right.
3, 2, 1. Have a Tampa natives Christmas. It's the best time of the year. We all know there won't be snow. It's the same thing every year. Have a Tampa natives Christmas. And when you walk down Bay Shore, say hello to friends you know that you are grateful for. Hi-ho, the downtown lights hung where you can see. And those delicious treats, have some just for me. Have a Tampa natives Christmas with your loved ones near and dear. So by golly, have a Tampa natives Christmas this year.
Hey, very nice, very nice.
Yay!
I thought so. All right, Mr. Producer Man, hand us those Belita balls so we can do what we do.
Thank you, Chuck.
We hope you enjoyed that. That was just a little Tampa natives cheer for you. All right, Stevie. 15 minutes, hard by the numbers.
Here we go.
First winner is
39.
All righty. 39 would be Miss
Let's write these down.
Nancy Clark.
Oh,
with
Nancy
number
Clark.
36.
Very, very good, Nancy.
Okay. Congratulations, Nancy. Okay.
Our next
39.
lucky winner will be winning one of these fabuloso Tampa Natives show mugs.
Well, not one of these. It won't
No,
be.
it won't be this one
It
because
won't be
I'm drinking
used.
out of this one. A little coquito.
Unless the winner wants that one.
Here we go. Then we can work that out.
Okay.
Here we go, Stevie. Look
All right,
right
here
into
we
that
go.
camera right over there and tell them what she's won.
Number 67.
Number 67.
67.
Number 67?
Oh, hold on.
Closest to without going over?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, something happened
That
here.
means what, 65?
Let's
60,
see.
roughly
Oh,
60. 66.
that would be one Miss Carmen Nunez.
Oh, how about that?
Ding, 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 ding.
Congratulations, Carmen.
Honey.
She may have a couple of mugs at home, and guess what? Mom, you won another one. All right, let's keep rolling because we got 12 of these to give away. Yeah, I bet you can. Oh, this next gift is pretty cool. Stevie, grab that right there. No, not that one. Grab that one right there. Look what we're going to... This next gift, for some lucky winner, is an autographed copy of the Cigar City magazine featuring your Tampa native show hosts, Mario, Steve, and the 15-Minute Girl. Stevie, let's get busy.
That'll be great.
Ready? Get in there, Stevie. Get in there.
Let's grab one.
Get in there.
Okay, a low number maybe?
Did you do it?
Sorta. 23.
23, darling.
Let's see.
22, 21.
That would be number 22, Milton Perez.
Milton Perez. Milton Perez. And to all of our winners, let us know how we can get this best to you. Now, if we can meet you somewhere, Amaryllis Sandwiches and More is a great place that we like to meet. Or we can certainly mail these.
Looks like he might be local.
Yeah, we can certainly mail these things to you if you're from out of town.
And reach out to us on Facebook, or you can email us at show@tampanatives.com.
Show@tampanatives.com.
All right, moving right along.
Moving right along. Our next gift, if you want to bring me up in camera one, is going to be this
lovely Amaryllis t-shirt,
Sandwiches and More in the heart of West Tampa, and of course one of our sponsors. 8 minutes to go.
I like that.
Here we go.
Got to quicken it up, boys.
Yes.
62.
62.
62.
Let's see. That would be number 57, Susan McIntosh.
Susan McIntosh.
How about that?
Congratulations.
A new winner.
A new winner and a new fan and a new viewer.
Well, she's been on.
Yeah, she's been on there before. She's Terry Marino's friend.
Congrats.
Oh, you know what? I think
believe
you're right.
that's
Okay.
right.
Good.
The first time winner. First time winner.
Our next winner, tell them what she's won, Johnny. Our next winner is going to win this fabulous When You're in Jail, partner.
221 bail.
Frank Cueto, bail bondsman to the stars. Okay, here we go, Stevie. Get in there.
We have 21.
21, darling.
21 is
2019.
number 18.
18, okay.
Cynthia Beluha.
Cynthia Beluha.
Congratulations.
Excellent.
Congrats, Cindy.
Did we do the Tampa Native shirt already? That's next.
No.
Okay, coming right up. 7 minutes, we got to hurry. Tampa Native shirt.
Okay,
Now.
quickly.
Quickly,
Maybe
what
you
about?
should pull a couple at a time.
No, just one. Just get one.
Okay,
Get
here
one.
we
We'll
go.
go faster.
Okay.
Must go
Watch
faster.
it be Mike now. 35.
35 would go to Joe Abini.
Joe
number
Abini.
33. What did I tell you, Joe? Told
All right,
ya.
here we go. Here we go. The next two lucky winners are going to win, that courtesy of Dr. Tom Aguero in South Tampa Chiropractic Clinic, 2 30-minute massages. So
go.
pull two numbers, Stevie. Pull two numbers at a time. Got two?
'em.
Here we go. First one?
24.
24.
Right on the money, Angelo Ramore.
Angelo,
Congrats.
30-minute massage, courtesy of South Tampa Chiropractic Clinic. Stevie?
And number 18.
18.
18.
No, we had 18 already. Cynthia Beluha just won.
All right, well, what's below 18 then? Go below that.
Kathy White, number 13.
Kathy White, number 13. There we go.
Wowie.
She just won last week.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's what
She's
happens.
on a roll.
That's what
How about
happens
that?
when you play. And the next, we saved our best for last. Our grand prize is 4, count them, 4 $25 gift certificates from The Colonnade.
There we
Stevie,
go.
2 at a time? 2 at a
Okay,
time.
2 at a time. We got
Here
it.
we go.
Okay, we have 60
60.
and 71.
Okay.
60,
okay.
59, 58.
It's going to be Michael White.
Michael
number
White.
53.
Excellent.
Right.
Okay.
And the other one, Stevie?
71.
71.
71
so
would be Fran Costantino.
How about that?
There you go,
69.
Fran.
Congrats,
Excellent.
Fran.
Another winner,
Congratulations.
Fran.
Winner, winner, chicken
Good
dinner.
job.
2 more, Stevie. 2
Let's
more.
go.
You're doing a great job, Steve.
Man, I
You're
don't
doing
know.
a great job.
We're going fast. 54.
54, darling.
54, that would go to Michael Pedrinin.
Big
Big Mike.
Mike.
Number 52.
Merry
The
Christmas.
Colonnade. Merry Christmas, Big Mike. And?
And we have 68. All high numbers today.
Oh, my.
67, 66.
Let's see. It's got to go to Keitha Abini is the next one with
Okay.
number 49 that hasn't won anything.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Congratulations.
There we go.
Wonderful. Congratulations
Joe and his wife.
to all of our winners.
Pretty cool.
Chuck, tell us how much
great.
time we've got left with 5 minutes to closing
5
credits.
minutes.
Okay.
Okay, we can do it.
If my fans will indulge me for just a moment, I've got something that I've worked out that I want to sing for you now, and then we've got our very, very special announcement.
Okay.
So let me, darling, excuse me just a moment.
Absolutely.
If I may channel my inner Mel Torme,
singer.
Mel Torme, and with apologies to Bill Murray, and of course a tip of the hat to Nat King Cole. It goes a little something like this. Natives watching from their laptop screen, the 3 mics snipping some Patron, Fran's on the chat, taking turns being seen, and Hugh keeps calling on the phone, Everybody knows a guest or two will come along to make our show a true delight. Tampa's best, their hearts filled with song, will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Stevie's on his way. He's loaded lots of classic photos for display. Our 15-minute girl is sure to smile and then remind us that we sign off in a while. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to fans from 9 to 92. Get well, Marcelo. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you and you too. All right.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
That was awesome. Stevie?
Wow, I can breathe now. That came out pretty good. I've been rehearsing all week. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Did really good.
How much time do we have left, boss? 3 minutes. Well, we can wrap by opening our Santa gift.
Yes.
And this is
special
this is something really, really special. Stevie, I'm going to let you pull that out of there. And then if you'll be kind enough to hand that to the 15-minute girl and let her
all right.
Clear your pipes, darling. And ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege and a pleasure to introduce the 15-minute girl who has a very special announcement.
The message is
from Santa.
From Santa. We are going back on television.
Say that again?
We're going back on TV.
We're going back on TV?
And
what
tell
do you
them
mean?
where. You tell them where, dear.
All right, darling, I'll do just that. We have worked out a wonderful agreement with the Tampa Bay Education Channel, which is Verizon Channel 32 and Bright House Channel 614. Channel 614. So starting January 4th, the week of January 4th, initially we're going to be on replay. So you can watch the show that you see live on Wednesdays, you can watch it replayed. That's Verizon Channel 32, write that down, and Bright House Channel 614? 614. Eventually, and by that I mean as early as possibly February, and this is where the fingers are crossed, we're going to be able to be on the Tampa Bay the Tampa Bay Education Channel live. So you'll be able to watch our show. If you're local, you'll be able to watch it on your big screen live. And of course, if you're out of town, this feed will still be prominent. So we're really just
happy little clams.
Yeah, we're as excited as we can possibly be because we know that most of you stay with us on the computer, and we are so grateful for that. But we also know that many of you would like to see us back on TV. So we've got about 50 seconds, did you say? Oh, 50 seconds to go. Where has this year gone? Give us the 3-shot again so we can all say our goodbyes. Where has this year gone? You guys, I want to say, Stevie, thank you so much for putting up with me, my brother. Oh, you know what I mean?
How about me?
No
I have to put up with you too.
Well, yeah, 365 days of the year, all the time. But I know it's not easy, man. But you know, we love what we do.
We do.
And
it's fun.
We're going to continue.
And we love all of you. We really, really do.
Yeah, we're going to continue to do it as long as we're able to. And we just want to thank you so much for being with us. Wishing each and every one of you safe travels. If you're traveling, if you're going up north, bundle up. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas all.
Happy Hanukkah.
To all of you, we love you. On behalf of Steve and Sally, the 15-minute girl, Mario Nunez saying, do it with us, darling. Salud.
Salud.
And happy days. We
Merry
love
Christmas.
you, Tampa. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
See you next year.
Back when we were younger and everything seemed new, we used to have a lot of fun, yes we did, no matter what we do. Sleeping days, long summer nights, going anywhere we pleased. This love I've always called my own, a love that I've always known. city that I call my home, the home from which I never roamed. This love affair was meant to be. Oh, I love her and she loves me. Yes, I remember Tampa. She remembers me.